So I went to the doctor, they did their test and came back that I had rheumatoid arthritis in my mid 30s. At first, I didn't really believe it because usually that's a diagnosis that's hereditary. No one in my family had it. And at the time, I just was like, okay, what are we going to do? I have a 2-year old. I'm in pain, but not to the pain to the extent where it actually went. So they wanted to put me on low dose chemotherapy to treat
Mm.
it. That's the go-to, believe it or not.
Oh my gosh, I actually had no idea about that.
Yeah, and methotrexate is the go-to. That's where they start everyone, and just the thought of that, everything within me screamed no. And so I kinda went down this deep dive, and again, this was not my background, and you gotta think this was about, what was it, 16, 17 years ago. Um, a lot of a lot of things didn't even exist. I mean, as far as technology and stuff like that. And so I started to just do way out of the box things. Like I was going away to retreats where I'd be gone for 2 weeks and do some major fasting. I was doing wheatgrass enemas. I was going to Chinese
Yeah.
herbalists and drinking the craziest concoctions that would stink up the entire house. I mean, you name it, I was trying it and I was getting progressively worse. So much so, fast forward, my daughter, 3.5, 4 years old, we put her into preschool. It was all I could do to get her to that preschool and then go back home and just be fetal. I couldn't wash my own hair. I couldn't put a bra
Oh my
on.
god.
I couldn't even dress her, like do buttons or anything. And so because, wanting to be a good mom, that kind of fueled me for, okay, this is no quality of life. It's no quality of life for myself or her. And I was this close to having to get on medicine just so I could function. And by the grace of God, like always, I happened to be at the right place at the right time.
Oh my gosh, how
Mhm.
neat.
And this gentleman was talking about how his father had just secured the first CVAC pod in Orange County. Do you want to try it? And
Mm.
I literally had nothing to lose. And I said, yep, I'm all in. Kind of like how I do everything, right? And I did it every single day. The first time I did it, I actually slept through the night. So from the time
Oh.
Violet, my daughter, was born, I was waking up every 20 minutes. So I didn't have like pure sleep for a few years, like 4 years. And so
Oh my
doing
goodness.
CVAC for the first time and allowing me to sleep through the night, I was like, I don't care if this does anything for my RA. I want to sleep. And so
Yeah.
that kept me going. And then over a series of weeks, I just noticed, wow, the inflammation basically from my feet up started to dissipate. My hands and wrists were the last things to actually get relief, but my feet, my knees, my hips, I mean, it was everywhere. And so it really opened my eyes to the fact that our bodies are miracles. They are capable
Mm.
of regenerating and healing when they're exposed to the right frequencies or the right lifestyle changes.